Good evening, Warriors, and welcome back to another episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. I am your host, James Charles, and we are here to celebrate all things in Warrior Nation, from our pre-K students all the way up to our senior athletes. You will notice that there is a lot of high school sports being covered on this episode, but that's because that information is readily available to me. I can find that stuff. The stuff that I can't find is all those little Warriors out there competing in spring sports such as soccer and baseball, softball. If you've got a little Warrior out there competing, shoot me an email at glsportsweeklyreport@gmail.com. Let me know how they're doing. Let me know, give me a game score, give me a game schedule, give me a picture, a highlight reel. Anything you want to celebrate, I'm here for you. Let's celebrate it together with the entire Warrior Nation. But I want to take just a second in this episode, as it is a holiday weekend. Just take one moment to kind of sit back and give thanks to all our fallen heroes, men and women who have gave their lives so that we can have the freedoms that we have. Being able to do a YouTube channel like this, being able to let our Warriors compete in the things that they want to compete in, the things that they enjoy doing. These things did not come free. They came at a cost, and those costs for men and women's lives. So for that, we thank those men, we thank those women, and we thank those families on this Memorial Day weekend. And if you're watching this on Monday, Memorial Day. So please just take a minute with your young Warrior athletes and remind them what Memorial Day is all about. So this episode's got some beginnings and it's got some endings, as we've got some Warrior High School postseason action going on. We've got soccer in districts. We've got conference championships in baseball and softball. They will roll into district championships. We've got track and field competing in conference championships, coming up into state championships. And we've got golf going to be in conference championships, regional championships. Soccer is in districts. I don't know what else I've missed, but we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got some baseball kids kicking off things at the youth level, competing, trying to get games in, dodging the cold weather and the rain, but making it happen. So without further ado, here we go. Let's kick things off with some Warrior baseball news. The varsity boys headed out to Columbia Central on Wednesday night for a doubleheader with the Cascades Conference Championship on the line. The Warriors would take an undefeated conference record into that game, which means they would only have to win one out of the two to claim their sixth straight conference championship. Colin Knight stepped on the bump first for the Warriors. Starter surrendered 4 hits and 3 runs over 2 innings, striking out 2 and walking none. Noah Orban pitched 4 innings in relief for the Warriors. Lefty allowed 3 hits and 0 runs while striking out 3 and walking 2. Luke Guthrie led the Warriors at the plate with 2 hits and 3 at-bats. Unfortunately, the Warriors would come up short in Game 1, getting shut out by a score of 0-3. In Game 2 of that doubleheader with the championship on the line, TJ Paul stepped on the mound for the Warriors. Pitcher surrendered 2 hits and 2 runs over 6 innings, striking out 1 and walking 2. Noah Orban came in for relief and threw 2 innings of 0-run ball for the Warriors. Lefty allowed 2 hits, striking out 1 and walking none. Luke Guthrie chased off and each drove in 1 run for Grass Lake. Cam Prater went 2 for 3 at the plate. to lead the Warriors in hits, and the Grass Lake Warriors turned 2 double plays in the game. When it came down to the end, it was tied 2-2 in the bottom of the 8th inning when senior Luke Guthrie went over the fence big time home run to center field to lock in the win for the Warriors by a score of 3-2 and win their 6th consecutive Cascades Conference Championship. So congratulations to those boys on another conference championship and just a great conference season. There's still more baseball to play. Looking forward to these boys competing in district competition coming up soon. Then the Warriors would be back at home on Thursday night against Concord for senior night to celebrate our 4 Grass Lake Warrior seniors, Luke Guthrie, Manny Shaffrin, Raiden Wayne, and Colin Knight. The Warriors amassed 9 hits in the game. Noah Orban led Grass Lake with 3 RBIs from the number 7 spot in the lineup. The left-hander went 2 for 3 for the day. The Warriors had a strong eye at the plate, accumulating 9 walks for the game. Braden Wayne, Cam Prater, and Gavin Killinger led the team with 2 base on balls. Luke Guthrie, Gavin Killinger each stole multiple bases for the Warriors. Grass Lake ran wild on the bases, accumulating 7 stolen bases. The Warriors were sure-handed in the field and didn't commit a single error. Warriors won thanks in part to 8 runs in the second inning. Luke Guthrie singled, scoring a run. Colin Knight drew a walk, scoring a run. Manny Shaffrin lined out, scoring a run. Gavin drew a walk, scoring a run. Noah Orban doubled, scoring 3 runs. And Ethan Brown singled, scoring 1 run. Manny Shaffrin earned the win for the Warriors. The starting pitcher gave up 1 hit and 1 run over 3 innings, striking out 5 and walking none. Braden Snar also appeared in relief for the Warriors. So on senior night, the Warriors win by a score of 13-3. And a big thank you to those 4 seniors on this year's Cascades Conference Championship baseball team. Thank you, seniors. So coming up this week, they will be out at Tecumseh on Tuesday for a single game. That start time is 4:30 p.m. Then on Saturday morning, the Warriors will start district play out at Lumen Christi. They await the winner of Leslie and Columbia Central game. And then on the other side of that bracket is Lumen and Napoleon with the championship game Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. So Saturday, hopefully these Warriors can play 2 games in district competition. So if you've got time, you've got nothing going on next Saturday, the Warriors will be out at Lumen for district competition. So good luck to those Warriors in the postseason action. In JV baseball news, the Warriors would play their last competition of the season at home, a doubleheader against Columbia Central. Game 1 of that matchup found Wesley Rule on the bump for the Warriors. The Hurlers surrendered 1 hit and 3 runs over 4 innings, striking out 6. Elijah Walling, Brady Westcott, Roman Cowell, and Evan Matthews each collected 1 hit for the Warriors in that game. Dylan Allen, Evan Matthews each drove in a run for the Warriors. Grady Cromery, Brady Westcott, and Roman Cowell all stole multiple bases for the JV team. This one came down to the wire as the Warriors were in the lead going into the last inning, up 4-1. Gave up 4 runs where Columbia took the lead 5-4. And then Grass Lake was able to score 2 runs in the bottom of the last inning to take the victory. In game 2 of the doubleheader, Evan Matthews started on the bump. The right-hander surrendered 2 hits and run over 5 innings, striking out 8. Wesley Rule and Will Cooper each collected 2 hits for the Warriors. Evan Matthews, Wesley Rule, and Will Cooper each drove in a run for the Warriors. Brady Westcott and Roman Cowell each stole multiple bases for Grass Lake. When it was all said and done, the Warriors came away with the sweep against the Eagles, winning that second game 4-1. So that wraps up the season for the JV boys. They finished their 2026 record with 15 wins, 6 losses, and 1 tie. So a great season to those boys. Congratulations, and we look forward to seeing what you boys can do in the future. Nice job, Warriors. In 14U baseball action, our Grass Lake Summer Youth League 14U team got their season kicked off on Friday night at home against Parkside. Alex Boyle and Cody Steele towed the rubber for the Warriors, combining for a 1-hit shutout while striking out 11 Parkside batters. At the plate, Brody Pawaga in the number 1 spot led the Warriors with 3 hits that included 1 double. Alex Boyle and Ryder Laundry both with inside the park home runs. And Wyatt Charles powered the bottom of the order, going 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and a single, helping the Warriors to a 15-0 win over Parkside. So the boys get started their season with an opening day win. They will be on the road a couple times next week. Let's see, Tuesday night, they'll be at home against Michigan Center, and then Thursday on the road against Western, and then Friday on the road against Western as well. So the boys are off and running. Good luck in the season to come. In Grass Lake Summer Youth League 12U action, the boys were at home on Wednesday to take on the Chelsea Bulldogs. Unfortunately, came up on the wrong side of the scoreboard in this one, losing to the Bulldogs 3-16. Jacob Gould, Charlie Hamp, and Jackson Fry pitched for the Warriors, combining for 5 strikeouts. Bryce Warren, Jackson Fry, and Charlie Hamp, each with 1 hit for the Warriors. After that loss, that brings the season record for the 12U team to 2 wins and 2 losses. Coming up this week, they will be on the road Wednesday for a rematch with Chelsea. And then on Thursday, they will be at the middle school for a scrimmage with the Warpath 11U team. And then Friday night, travel out to Spring Arbor to take on the Western Panthers. So, if you've got time on your schedule to swing out and watch these kids play, they would appreciate the support Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday nights. Let's go, Warriors. Let's shift our focus to some Warrior softball news. And our varsity softball players had a few competitions set up for this past week. They were scheduled on Monday for a doubleheader against Lumen Christi. I believe that was rained out and rescheduled for this upcoming week. Then on Wednesday, the big one, Championship Day, Conference Championship on the line at Columbia Central. Doubleheader. The Warriors were coming into this game with 1 loss, and the Golden Eagles were undefeated. The Warriors would have to take both games of this doubleheader if they wanted the Cascades Conference Championship. Game 1 was tied at 3-3 in the top of the 8th, and then this happened. The runner on, Kennedy Collins, goes big fly over the fence for a 2-run bomb to give the Warriors the lead 5-3 in the top of the 8th inning. The Warriors will go on to win Game 1 by a score of 5-4. Mo Conrad earned the win for the Warriors. Surrendered 8 hits and 4 runs over 8 innings, striking out 9. Willie McVicker led the Warriors at the plate with 3 hits and 4 at-bats from the leadoff spot. They would then head into Game 2 of that doubleheader with both teams with 1 conference loss on the season. The Warriors would need to win this to earn that conference championship. The game went into the 8th inning once again, tied 5-5. Unfortunately, the Warriors gave up 1 run in the top of the 8th inning to the Golden Eagles and lose that second game of the doubleheader 6-5. Kennedy Collins, Michaela Jurek, Adeline Henson each collected 2 hits for the Warriors. Mackenzie Hilbeer also had a triple in that game. Mo Conrad and Mackenzie Hilbeer also pitched for the Warriors in that competition. Then on Thursday, the Warriors traveled to Napoleon for a single game. Warriors came out on top with a shutout victory, 13-0 over the Pirates. The Warriors won thanks in part to 10 runs in the 4th inning. Layla Smith singled, scoring 2. Mackenzie Hilbeer doubled, scoring 1. An error scored another. Chloe Holyfield drew a walk, scoring a run. Aubrey Demosiak singled, scoring 1 run. Ava Hamp drew a walk, scoring a run. Maddie Bush drew a walk, scoring a run. Ava Hall drew a walk, scoring a run. And Mackenzie Hilbeer singled, scoring another run. Mackenzie Hilbeer also earned the win for the Warriors on the bump. The starter surrendered 1 hit and no runs over 3 innings, striking out 0 and walking 0. Michaela Jurek and Ava Hall also each threw scoreless innings in relief for the Warriors. So coming up this week for the varsity team, they will begin postseason play on Tuesday out at Onstead against Onstead. That's District 83. And then they have, I believe there's 2 games on the schedule for Wednesday, but I believe it's Lumen Christie, the makeup game from last week. So they will have a doubleheader against Lumen on Wednesday, and then at home against Saline on Thursday. So congratulations to those ladies on a very successful conference season. I'm sure they wanted that conference championship, but a successful season nonetheless, finishing with only 2 losses in the conference. And it came down to the final inning, final out. So great season in regards to that, and encouraging and good wishes to the ladies as they enter into postseason action. Let's turn our eyes to the world of Warrior track and field. Our varsity athletes traveled to Jonesville last Tuesday for the Cascades Conference Championship. And in the 100-meter men's division, Aaron Henson finished in 4th place with 11 and 50. In the 200-meter, Rylan Davis finished with 24 and 49. Good enough for 5th place. In the men's 400, Connor Butler finished in 3rd with a time of 52 and 73. His personal best. I believe that is good enough for conference honorable mention. Not 100% sure, but I believe 3rd place is honorable mention. In the men's 800 meter, Connor Sherwood finished in 3rd place. Conference honorable mention with a time of 2 minutes, 1 second, and 38. In the men's 3200 meter, Ari Maynard finished in 6th place with a personal best, 11 minutes, 5 seconds, and 51. 110 meter hurdle, Adam Fauch finishes in 6th place for the Warriors with a time of 17.09. The men's 4x200 relay, the Warriors finished in 4th place. The team of Simon Stegel Lewis, Ryder Butler, Rylan Davis, and Benjamin Jones finished with a time of 1 minute, 34 and 07. In the men's 4x400 relay, the Warriors take home 1st place. The team of Aaron Henson, James Warburton, Connor Butler, and Connor Sherwood with a time of 3 minutes, 34 and 96. Way to go, boys. In the men's shot put, Aiden Judson with a personal best, 40 feet and 11 inches, good enough for 5th place. In the women's 100 meter dash, Ashley Simon comes in 2nd place with a time of 13 and 47. I believe that's good enough for 2nd team all conference. In the women's 400 meter, Ava Cruz comes in 2nd place for the Warriors with a time of 1 minute, 2 and 51. In the women's 800 meter, Avery Jones with a personal best time of 2 minutes 28 and 77. Good for fourth place. Followed closely behind by Ava Cruz with a personal best as well, with a time of 2 minutes 36 and 78. In women's 1600 meter, Adeline Jarko finishes in sixth place with a time of 6 minutes 8 and 48. In women's 3200 meter, Avery Jones finishes in third place for the Warriors with a personal best time of 13 minutes 35 and 41. Followed closely behind by Elise Bullock with a personal best as well, 14 minutes 30 and 59. Good enough for sixth place. In the women's 300 meter hurdle, Maya Vigeland with a season best time of 49 and 01 to take home first place at the conference championship. She was followed closely behind by teammate freshman Hadley White with a time of 53 and 89. In the women's 4x100 relay, the team of Maya Vigeland, Ashley Simon, Elia Klaus, and Reese Lape finishing in second place with a time of 51 and 22. In the women's 4x200 relay, Maya Vigeland, Ashley Simon, Avery Jones, and Reese Lape finish in first place for the Warriors with a time of 1 minute 48 and 38. Nice job, girls. In the women's 4x400 relay, Ava Cruz, Avery Jones, Adeline Jarko, and Maya Vigeland finished in second place with a time of 4 minutes 27 and 10. And in the 4x800 relay, Elise Bullock, Adeline Jarko, Ava Cruz, and Avery Jones finished in third with a time of 10 minutes 37 and 49. In shot put, senior Maddie Watson finishes with a personal best 28 feet 3.5 inches. Good for fifth place at the conference championship. Women's discus, Layla Vandermeer finishes with 81 feet 4.5 inches. And right behind her, teammate Maddie Watson with a distance of 80 feet 9.5 inches. Good for fifth and sixth. In the women's high jump, Reese Lape reached a height of 5 feet even, finishing in third place. In the women's pole vault, senior Ashley Simon with a height of 9 foot even takes home first place all conference honors for the Warriors. And in the women's long jump, Reese Lape with a season best distance of 15 feet 7 inches finishes in third place for the Warriors. So after all those events were complete, the boys team finishes in sixth place, and the ladies team finishes in first place for their sixth straight conference championship. Way to go, girls. Outstanding season, outstanding performance at those conference championships. So coming up this week for our varsity Warrior athletes, the track and field competitions Tuesday night out of Jackson High School, the Selby Track and Field Classic, and then the big one on Saturday at Kent City High School. Our athletes will travel up to the Michigan High School Athletic Association Division III Finals. So good luck to Brogan Sallow, Connor Sherwood, Emmett Van Cleve, Connor Butler, Ashley Simon, Avery Jones, Maya Vigeland, Elia Klaus, Ava Cruz, and Adeline Jarko. Then in the middle school track and field world, I'm not sure if we've got athletes going out to this, but it is on a schedule for the middle school junior high regional out at Ypsi Lincoln High School on Wednesday. So if we've got athletes going out there, hey, be sure to let me know. But I'll keep an eye on it as well and keep you up to date on any results I see from that. So big congratulations to all our Warriors in their regional competitions, conference competitions, and good luck to those competing at the state level coming up next weekend.
Dear Jesus, please help us through this game. To just play with confidence and just go at it. with full energy, and Jesus may we pray. Amen.
Amen.
An awesome highlight hype video made up by Chris Kent for our Grass Lake varsity girls soccer team as they head into postseason action. Their first game of district competition at home on last Thursday night against Dundee. The girls were able to secure a 6-1 victory over Dundee. Adeline Kidd with a hat trick, 3 goals on the night. Maddie McDaniel with 1 goal, Elia Klaus with 1 goal, and Vivian Vitale with 1 goal. Also, Adeline Stormont with 2 assists. Elia Klaus and Adeline Kidd each with 1 assist as well. So with that victory, the Warriors will compete again on Wednesday night at home against Milan. So they will get the opportunity to host one more game at Stoker Field, playoff game, the semifinals for districts. Again, that is going to be Wednesday night, 5 p.m. If they are fortunate enough to come away with a victory on that one, they will play again on Friday night at Father Gabriel Richard High School for the district championship. So good luck to those Warriors competing. If you got time on your schedule to help pack the stands and cheer those Warriors on, I'm sure they would appreciate it. Let's go, ladies. In Warrior Golf news, our boys varsity team competed in the Cascades Conference Championships last Tuesday out at Ella Sharp Park Golf Course. The boys team finished in 8th place with a combined score of 383. Zach Rice led the Warriors with a 44 and a 41 for a total of 85, finishing tied for 8th place overall in that tournament. Bennett Jones shot a 46 and a 50 for a 96, finishing in 34th place. Grayson Moser with a 52 with 48 for even 100 in 42nd place. Dexter Gutowski finished with a 49 and a 53 for a 102 in 45th place. Jackson Zebo with a 56 and a 47 with a 103, finishing in 46th. And Jake Richardson with a 52-52 for a total of 104, finishing in 52nd place. So upon completion of that Cascades Conference Championship round, they determined the all-conference golfers for this season. That is the strokes over par for 9-hole average. The top 12 would receive all conference, and then the second 12 would receive all conference honorable mention. As you can see, Zach Rice finished in 6th place with an average of 7 over par for 9 holes, giving him all conference honors. So big congratulations to Zach Rice on that accomplishment. And then Bennett Jones with an 11 over average for 9 holes receives all conference honorable mention. So congratulations to Bennett Jones as well. So coming up this week on Wednesday, the boys will travel out to Cascades Golf Course for the Michigan High School Athletic Association Division III Regional Competition. Good luck to our Warrior golfers, and they can hopefully continue their season beyond that. So good luck to you Warrior golfers competing in the regionals next Wednesday out of Cascades. In Warrior cheer news, new this year is a summer skills clinic for elementary athletes. Give them the opportunity to work alongside some of the top Grass Lake cheerleaders while learning chants, jump, stunts, tumbling, and game day fundamentals, all leading up to a final performance for parents at the end of camp. That's $50 per athlete, which will include a snack, a t-shirt, and build your own bow station. That is going to be June 26th. That's an all-day event. Registration will start at about 9:30 in the morning, and the final performance at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. There is a registration link on this flyer, and I will have it in the description of the show for you. All you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right there. Also, registration is open for our fall youth competitive team and youth sideline cheer. That's for our elementary kids. The youth competitive, you have 2 to 3 practices per week and compete in the 5-1-7 youth league competitions on Saturdays. The cost for that is $100 per athlete if you already have a uniform, or $250 if you need to purchase a uniform. The sideline cheer practices will be on Tuesdays, and then you will cheer 5 to 6 season games on Sundays. For the flag and tackle football team, cost for that is $60. Includes a t-shirt, bow, and pom-poms. But I will have the registration link for you in the description of the show. All you got to do is click on it. It'll take you right to that registration page. Also, don't forget Grass Lake Middle School boys summer rec basketball. That will be happening on July 9th, July 16th, July 23rd, July 30th, August 6th, and August 13th. There'll be 1 hour of practice and then 1 hour of game time each week. You can get signed up, get a hold of Brian Roberts. His number's right there on that flyer. There's a few spots still available, I believe, but we want to fill those spots up, get these boys competing this summer in some Warrior hoops. Once again, that's for all 6th, 7th, and 8th graders this summer. Don't forget the Grass Lake Youth Football signups are open. That's for 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th graders wanting to play flag and tackle football. 3rd and 4th grade co-ed flag football is $50. 5th and 6th grade tackle football is $150. Or early bird pricing for the next 2 weeks. It says until the end of school, so there's 2 weeks left of school. That's $125 early bird pricing. And new this year, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade girls flag football league. $50 for registration. You can scan this QR code right here. It works. I've tried it. Or I will have the registration link in the description of the show for you as well. Just click on it. It will take you right to the Grass Lake Youth Football registration page. Also, I would like to point out, in conjunction with that, there's also a free custom mouthguard clinic open to all middle and high school fall athletes out at Pataki Orthodontics. I can tell you, my youngest son, Wesley, went to one of these last year, this free custom mouthguard clinic, and got a mouthguard, and he was really pleased with the one that he got. So I personally would highly recommend it. It seems to work well for the boys. But once again, that is Monday, July 27th. There is a QR code to register, or you can just contact Bree at Pataki Orthodontics 517-278-7900, or you can call to schedule if you just want to get it scheduled. There's another number here, 517-439-1461. Once again, that's for custom mouth guards. So that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Grass Lake Sports Weekly Report. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I hope you've enjoyed what we're putting out there for you. If you've got other things that you want me to have on here, just shoot me an email. Let me know. I want to hear from you. I will get anything and everything that I can possibly put on here, but I can't put it on here if I don't know. So especially when it comes to those little warriors out there competing, those are the ones we want to celebrate and put on this episode each and every week. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss a thing, never miss an episode. I'm going to try and continue to put more and more content out there during the week as well. Just some shorts, some things like that. It's just a matter of me being able to remember to do it while I'm at certain events. Sometimes I get wrapped up in the excitement of it and forget about those types of things. But make sure you continue to send those sports highlights, those scores, those schedules, anything you got to me at GL Sports Weekly Report. Be sure to share it with your friends, your family, your fellow warriors, so that we can make this the biggest, strongest, greatest warrior athletics channel possible. So until next time, God bless our kids. God bless our community. And go Warriors!